I'm Wayne.
And you're watching Curtain Call on Hi TV. We are putting on a play titled A Nightmare in Wonderland, created by this epitome of madness over here. You want to tell them how it came about?
Well,
PG.
it's about like 5 years in the making. This happened, I think, about in 2017. Ray and I, we were directing for the very first time, and our original script, unfortunately, was not given permission to be put on stage because of content and maturity issues. And so 7 days before the show, we got to know this, and I basically told Ray, I have a crazy idea. I don't know if it'll work, but give me one night. I'll make it happen. On my way home, bought myself a bottle of alcohol, and I got blackout drunk. I don't even remember writing it, because I woke up the next morning and there it was, the first draft of the script. I didn't spell check it, I didn't grammar check it. I put it on an email and I sent it to Ray, and I was like, read it, I don't know what to make of this.
And I replied back to him saying, what the is this? Because there were so many typos and grammar mistakes on it. I didn't know what the hell to do with it. So, but in all honesty, the storyline was really good. And I said, okay, let's do it. So we were doing it at St. Joseph's for the inter-house drama competition there. And we told the kids, look guys, we have this, I will try it out, I don't know how it's going to turn out, and then the kids being the true sports that they are, that original cast was absolutely fantastic. They just took it up, and we ended up becoming second runners up for that production. So that was the stepping stone for it.
Good morning, Alice. Nurse Margaret told me you had another nightmare last night. Would you like to tell me about it? I know it can seem scary. Our minds often play tricks on us. But I'm here to help you, Alice. I can make them go away. I'm your friend.
A year later, we sent in a little bit of a revised script to ODM, the All Island Short Play competition organized by the Peradeniya University, and we got invited to perform at the finals as part of the 6 finalists that were selected, and we ended up kind of cleaning out when it comes to the awards.
So modest.
What? I don't know how else to say it. But yeah, we ended up winning quite a few awards at that competition, and it was then we kind of started thinking about maybe let's actually think about seriously putting this on stage. But due to our commitments to work and other productions, and then with COVID and everything happening, things got delayed. But it got to a point where we were like, you know what, it's 2022, now is the time.
They once were.
Who? What do you mean once?
I have so many memories of them in Wonderland. Tea parties, playing croquet, Fatawakan. It was so much fun. They were so colorful.
Who, Alice, who are they?
They're my friends.
We did about another 3 drafts of the show, and we had a couple of people read it, and we got some very good feedback on it. Most of it saying it was a very good storyline, just a few chinks in the armor that needed to be ironed out, and we ironed that out. And then by April 2022, we called in for audition. April or March, right?
Towards the end of March.
Yeah, towards the end of March, we called in auditions, and yeah, we had a bunch of talent turn up.
The Hatter, Tweedles, White Rabbit, and Cheshire.
You called? Hello, Alice. Alice! Alice! Please, tell us a story.
Now, let the poor girl be. She's obviously not in the mood for any of that.
Hi, I'm Visura. I play Dr. Marcus in Nightmare in Wonderland.
Hi, my name is Sashyani and I play Alice from A Nightmare in Wonderland.
So I've worked with Wayne and Rehan in one of the Mad Hatter's productions before. It was a short film called Unusual Suspects. And when the casting call came out for A Nightmare in Wonderland, they contacted me and they were like, you know, there's this specific role that we think would be perfect for you. We'd like it if you would audition. And that's kind of how I fell into the role. In fact, I asked them, can I audition for the role of the Doctor? And they were like, that's exactly the role we thought would be perfect for you. So yeah, that's kind of how I found myself here.
I, on the other hand, haven't worked with any of the cast members before, but I had a mutual friend who was also planning to audition, who encouraged me to audition, and I just thought I'd do it for the fun of it, and here I am.
Good, Alice. Very good. Now stay with it and tell me what you see.
It's Wonderland Day! Oh, it's so beautiful! The Hatter is throwing a party. I mean, he's always throwing a party, but this one's special. It's Wonderland.
So, without giving too much away, Dr. Marcus is the head of Wits and Mental Asylum. He is the doctor in charge of caring for specific patients. One of those patients happens to be Alice. And personality-wise, he's a very kind but stoic, really rigid sort of character. He cares for people, doesn't like his process being interrupted. And yeah, it's a really fun role to play.
The role of Alice, a rather complex character, if I may say so myself. Again, don't want to give too much away. She's a similar age as I am, and I'd just say a troubled young girl who's dealing with a lot of complex emotions and mental trauma. So yeah. So we all take ribbons and run around the pole dancing. We even got to see the Hatter photo. It was brilliant. She really is the best at it. There were tarts and cakes and so much tea.
Hi, my name is Vihan and I play Constable Jenkins in A Nightmare in Wonderland by the Mad Hatters Collective.
And I am Natmi Gunasekara and I play the White Rabbit in The Nightmare in Wonderland.
I play Constable Jenkins. He's a very minor role in the play. We find him getting caught up in the middle of all of this madness, and how I got into this role was, of course, Wayne is a good friend of mine, and he called me over and said, you know, it's something that's been in the pipeline for about 5 years now, and all credit should go to Wayne for writing this play. He has basically put everything that goes on in his wacky brain of his onto paper, and I think it's a very complex script which deals with something that's a real world issue in probably the most insane way.
While we sat around the fire, the Hatter and Tweedles told us how they chased the bow down until it was too tired to think, and then conk! The rabbit knocked it out cold. You see, the witless boar was too stupid to realize that there were more than two chasing it.
So I play the White Rabbit, one of the 4 roles that are technically not human. So the research part of this role was very interesting because I had to look into the traditional White Rabbit from the Tim Burton movies, the actual book, and I had to sort of bring in the nightmare component into it because I couldn't just go with the jittery, anxious rabbit. I needed to put in something a little more menacing and make it an actual scary thing. Initially, when Wayne was writing the play, I remember sitting in Java with him for like hours and through a couple of sessions and just reviewing characters and going through what the script would look like. And that was 3 years ago, before COVID, and now it's turned into this wonderful amalgamation of ideas and very hard work on his part. So I'm just glad to be a part of it, to be honest.
Good morning, Mrs. Kingsley. So sorry for having you wait. We just had a small incident with
That's
Alice.
quite all right, Doctor. You're well worth the wait.
Hi, so this is Johanna and she's playing Tweedles.
Hi, this is Shahani, who is playing Alice's mother.
Stepmother.
Tweedles was always such a delight. Silly games, hilarious pranks. Once they got started, there was only one thing that made them stop.
Well, I'm playing as Tweedles, and I'm supposed to be that energetic, annoying child who just speaks too much. And what I think about the play is that it's a totally awesome play. I love doing this, and it's going to be a great success. I know of it.
So I'm playing Mrs. Camilla Kingsley in A Nightmare in Wonderland. Camilla is someone who is very over the top and very confident. She's all about herself.
Mrs. Kingsley, I just needed to speak.
Please, Doctor, call me Camilla. Mrs. Kingsley sounds so formal and I prefer to be more casually acquainted.
I've reviewed Alice's medical files, Mrs. Kingsley.
Hi, so my name is Jamia Sauja and I'm playing the role of Cheshire, and I decided to audition for this role, not actually this role but another role, and it so happened to be that the directors and producers thought that the role of Cheshire would be fitting for me. I am not sure why, but excited for this play.
I'm Marisa Randhania and I'm playing the role of the Mad Hatter. I also auditioned for another role but got the Mad Hatter because I think I'm mad enough to do it.
Why are you all here?
You've been telling tales, Alice.
You know we don't talk about Wonderland.
Yes, that's the first rule. Or is it the fifth?
Sharing secrets is awfully unladylike.
Wonderland is our secret.
Then why share it? Do you want them to corrupt it?
Alice.
So the character of Cheshire in this play is not the usual Cheshire that you would know of from Alice in Wonderland. She's a lot more manipulative in this. She is almost like a mother-like figure to Alice. She's a loyal friend, but she has her hidden agendas to making sure that Alice remains in what we call Wonderland, but which is actually a nightmare.
So the Mad Hatter is the most fun person you will meet in Wonderland, but this Mad Hatter, this particular Mad Hatter in Nightmare in Wonderland is very dangerous. You don't want to mess with her.
What does that mean, Alice? Muchness?
It's how when... It's just something that the Hatter used to say.
Used to. So she doesn't say it anymore.
She... and... no. At least not in the same way.
So I myself have actually not played any speaking roles since having left school. This is, if at all, the first speaking role that I'm playing since having left school, and the past two productions that I have done, I've been part of ensemble. So taking up this role was quite a challenge and quite exciting to give that Cheshire-ness to the character that Wayne had written, and I hope I can do that justice. Working with this cast has been extremely fun. It's a relatively young cast, and I think we bond extremely well, and hopefully everyone will enjoy what we will put on stage on the 1st and 2nd of July.
This is my first public performance, first ever public performance since I left school, and I've met a lot of wonderful people and made a lot of friends. Yeah, so very excited for this play and would be a little sad to say goodbye to these people.
I think it's time we showed the good doctor that we are what's best for our dear Alice. What do you say, Hatter? Up for a little game?
Of course. And I know just the one.
Yes.
You get to play a game. You get to play a game.
Yes.
In terms of a technical aspect of it, Wayne and I were used to directing on a smaller stage, very different audiences, and the technical expertise of it, because the first time we didn't win on this was mainly due to the lighting challenges that we faced, and also then we did reach out to one of our very close and dear friends, Pala, Johan, who without a blink of an eye said, guys, I'm in, and he's legit been a pillar of strength despite
he has saved our bacon a lot of times during this production.
I mean, he's up to picking up people from homes, dropping them at rehearsals, taking them back home.
Us showing up at like 3 o'clock in the morning at his house just to figure out technical stuff regarding set, what paint, what color, what kind of lighting, what types of lights to use, all of that.
Hi guys, I'm Johan. Everybody calls me Pala, and I am the producer of this show. More than the producer, I'm also the lighting designer, and I've also been involved in making of the set. I think one of the most challenging aspects of this play is that it's two. It's reality and it's Wonderland, reality and Wonderland. So for me, one of the challenges is I'm a person who loves to do subtle lighting for shows, and when I come to this, I'm trying to figure out how I can subtly bring out the reality and the Wonderland both together. So basically, about 4 or 5 months ago, Wayne came up to me and said whether you can do this for us. And when he gave me the script and I read it, and I was thinking, wow, this is just unbelievable. I mean, for me, I'm always a supporter of local artists, and the fact that Wayne has written, somebody from Sri Lanka has written this play. It's a very dark take on Alice in Wonderland, and it's not just a simple inter-house drama competition play. It's quite thought out and written well. Obviously his spelling mistakes and grammar was terrible, but we fixed that, and I think what he gave us was an amazing play, and thankfully we found a cast that fits all the roles perfectly. And we're just waiting until next week, until the 1st and 2nd of July to put this on the board. The costumes were made by Auntie Jojo, and I'm sure everybody knows who Jojo De Silva is. But I think, again, when being the micromanager he designed the costumes together with another fashion designer we have in the cast, Shiani Guruge. So the two of them worked together. They went shopping, got the material for cheap and bought it back, gave it to Auntie Jojo, and Auntie Jojo made some amazing costumes. I think the Wonderlanders costumes are out of this world. We did the video shoot with them and they were just brilliant. In terms of makeup, we have Vihara and Kavita coming up to help us with makeup. The makeup aspect is also very technical. There's a lot of detail that goes into the Wonderlanders, especially with Cheshire and the rabbit. So we're all looking forward to seeing what the final outcome is.
We're really proud of how this cast has come through, starting from Yahana, who's our youngest. And a big shout out to Yahana's parents for letting her be in this production, which is
being so open-minded with us.
Yeah.
So it has actually been a really wonderful experience working with Rehan, Wei and Pala, and it's my first time working with them. So Rehan is anyway the bad cop and Wayne the good cop.
One of the only things that Rehan/bad cop has taught me is that chocolate milk comes from the brown cows.
This cast has been probably one of the most fun casts to work with. We always have food and we get late sometimes and we get scolded, but no, not really. What else could we say? Any other fun things that we'd like to add?
I am this official snack bringer to feed the hungry cast/pigeons.
Also, curfew hasn't stopped us. Curfew, transport, whatever has not stopped us. We somehow managed to work online even through these difficult times. So let's hope there will be petrol before the show. So yeah, see you on the 1st and 2nd of July. Alice, the poor thing. She's just so troubled, you see.
ever since I was first introduced to her, I noticed her little oddities.
Oddities, Mrs. Kingsley.
Yes, you know how the story she tells, the stories of friends in this magic land or something.
The rest of the cast, I've only worked with one other person before, but all of them are extremely talented. I remember coming for the first couple of rehearsals and being like, I'm very out of my depth here. But so I've learned a lot, I've grown a lot as an actor, I would say. It's been just a great experience overall.
Overall, they have just been very open to hearing from us and letting us have our own freedom as well as giving us good guidelines to base our characters off of.
Well, rehearsals have been rather hectic from the start given the current situation, but I think we've been pulling through quite enough. A lot of research, like Netmi said, has been going into, even me, having the smallest character on stage, has had to research quite a lot into the different types of emotions that are going through one's head in this kind of insane situation.
And with the difficult situation, even though we've had to deal with transport issues, petrol, money in general, everyone's gotten so close, almost to the point of being a family. We've all pitched in to get people to rehearsal at this point, fed each other, stayed over at each other's houses. It's been a bonding experience that's not quite like any other theatre experience I've had before, but I'm really grateful that I got to experience it in this current situation, especially after COVID. So yeah. I think it's about time for some good old sporting fun.
Right then, it's settled. Now, Alice, my dear, I think it's best that the next time the doctor asks you to tell him a story of our time in Wonderland, you let us do the talking.
But cast, I have only worked with one other person from this cast, and yes, they are rather incredible, really talented, and definitely pushed me to do better. So it's been nothing short of amazing working with this cast, and yeah.
Cheshire, my best friend. Always up to shenanigans. Everyone followed her lead, you see. She was the one who took us on adventures.
So I think one of the biggest challenges we had this year is to somehow or another get this show on the boards despite the situation that we're in. And for me personally, from someone who used to do a lot of theatre work in a year, for the last 2 years I haven't been able to do anything with anyone, and that's just really disappointing, and I'm glad that we were able to bring it back and do it. And then when the situation was getting worse in the past couple of weeks, we were thinking, should we cancel, should we postpone? But the response from the people around is like, do it, we will be there. And the ticket sales are going very good, but there are still tickets. So if you're coming over to the line event, just come to the box office and get some tickets. And we haven't priced, we have, in the middle of this economic crisis, we are trying to keep ticket prices at the lowest possible, so they're not that heavily priced. They're 800 rupees for balcony, 1,003, 1,008, 2,000 and 2,500. Bare minimum, because for us it's not about the money aspect of it, it's about bringing these talented young kids and doing a production with them so that they can show their talents as well to the community. So please buy your tickets, come watch. I promise you, you won't go home disappointed.
I mean, other than the fact that just exactly what Ray had to say, this cast is amazing, and I mean 5 years in the making. I literally have to pinch myself every morning just to remind me, oh, this is actually happening. So yeah, we will see you guys on the 1st and 2nd of July at the Line event.
Also, one more thing, just want to thank this man for trusting me with this script for the last 5 years and the 3 productions that have gone into it. It's been an absolute pleasure watching A Nightmare in Wonderland grow from a 25-minute production to what is now a 1.5-hour full-length production. So thank you, and yeah, looking forward to seeing all you guys at the event after a very long time. There have been some other productions, but for English theatre, this one is a big one. And yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
We're doing it.
A Nightmare in Wonderland is our first opening night is on the 1st and the 2nd of July at the Lionel Vent Theatre.
Tickets are available at the Vent. The box office is open. Please buy. Tickets are going quite fast.
They are going quite fast, but we do have,
Yeah.
there's quite a few of them remaining for you guys as well. So please come and watch it. Support the theatre fraternity. It's English theatre. Shouldn't have gone through what it went through in the last 3 years, but yeah, it's coming back because I think after us there's a couple of productions
Yeah,
coming in to the picture as well. So we're very, very excited for English theatre in Sri Lanka moving forward. Jaya. A big thank you to Hi TV Curtain Call for being here, taking the time to be with this production. We've got lights all over the place. I've never seen the liner when this bright in the foyer. But thank you so much for being here. A big shout out to you guys for supporting English theatre and theatre in general in Sri Lanka. Yeah, thanks.
Cheshire, my best friend. Always up to shenanigans. Everyone followed her lead, you see. She was the one who took us on adventures. She always knew how to make me